Set to get going again. We send you back to Kevin Harlan and crew for the third quarter.
The second half just about to get going here. You look at the Prophet in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could, and boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Yes. Sir, he has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop, but even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterized time.
Amon Shumpert is out there with Mr. Fundamentals. Then it's Mozgov. Then it's Jones. And it's James in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt. Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
A solo fast break. Here's the Prophet, and the rejection by James. Harris passes to the Prophet. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That's on LeBron James.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Love against Harris. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
Both good from the line that time.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
The quick look, no good that time. Feeds it to Mozgov. He dishes it to James. Mozgov kicks to James. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets it to go. Dellavedova's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Cleveland. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player, even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
And remember the quote from LeBron on the subject. Obviously, I'm not the 18-year-old kid that I was before, but I can still do the things I need to be successful. And, you know, LeBron was just so far ahead of everyone in the league when he was young. I mean, even a LeBron who has lost a step is more athletic than 95% of our league.
Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one break for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
Love dishes to James.
Magic foul. That's his second personal.
Here is Love. Off the inbound pass, he takes it up and lays it in. Love's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
LeBron passes to Love, puts the move on, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Iman Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
Here's Oladipo, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
As Greg was talking about, Clark, back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And the Magic making a change here as well. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, the Orlando Magic had a rough season last year. They managed to still be, though, competitive on the road.
You know, they really had one of those years where they just seemed to play better on the road, maybe more comfortable, not as much pressure. Almost half of their wins on the year came out of town.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Smith. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And he gets it to go. And that's now 19 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
And part of why Orlando held things together on the road was they could get hot from the floor. Ended up in the top 10 in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Outside Jefferson. At the elbow, it's James. Nice D from Oladipo. Magic leading by 6.
And you know, for the Magic, they still only had 12 road wins last year. Given the youth of this team, that's definitely something that can be built on.
Dishes it to Jefferson. No one near him. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one. No good.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
Here's Shumpert. But they'll get another chance. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. LeBron with it. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The signature bucket for him on that possession. They can get themselves in front quickly with a few more like that.
They double him with LeBron. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way, but he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Back to Mozgov. Mr. Fundamentals passes to James. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. James Jones comes in for Richard Jefferson. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Mr. Fundamentals. Out to Thompson. Back to Shumpert. Some nice passing by Cleveland here for the tie. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Shumpert's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Verajau's checked in. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Gordon's checked in for Tobias Harris. Fournier comes in for the Prophet. Watson, he's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Payton in for Hezonja. And the basket by Jones.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is effective.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. James kicks to Verajau. Out to Smith. Back to Jones. There's the 3. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Watson for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Watson's got 10 points in the game.
And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. 3rd longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Mr. Fundamental.